Hi, I'm John Lincoln, founder and CEO of Core Focus Consulting. Let me give you a number, 295 undecillion. That's 295 with 12 commas and 36 digits behind it. That's a big number. That's the likelihood that you'll meet someone just like you in terms of your talents. In Clifton's Strengths work, we identify 34 talents that each of us has to some degree, from the most intense to the least intense. If you take all those talents and put them in every possible combination, the number of combinations is 295 undecillion. To put that number in a little bit of context, the odds of becoming a victim of lightning strike in the US is about 1 in 700,000 in a given year. Over the course of your lifetime, it's about 1 in 3,000. This number is 295 undecillion. The odds of you meeting someone just like you are stacked against us. They just are. Do you think maybe that explains why there's conflict in the world? Every human conflict arises from a misunderstanding between talents. Sure, it might be exacerbated by socioeconomic conditions, disparities, ingrained biases that we all have to some degree, or maybe the messages that we were fed and we took to heart. But the real conflict begins when we misunderstand who the other person is and why. And it's all downhill from there unless we stop it in its tracks by understanding it so that we can modify our own approach. I'll give you a simple example in my life. My partner and I have this annoying interaction tendency sometimes that rears its ugly head. I have the talent strategic as my number 3 talent. So I think very quickly and I raise myself up above a situation. I kind of look down at it and examine the patterns of things that are there, and I see the path that's the clearest, and I drop the things that are irrelevant or unnecessary or won't work off. And I do that in a split second. My partner has strategic, but it's his number 31 talent out of 34. It's virtually not present in him at all. It's way down the list. And his number 2 talent is empathy. So he feels deeply. I think quickly, he feels deeply. He doesn't necessarily see what I'm thinking as I'm disregarding irrelevant or what I think are irrelevant ideas or undoable ideas. And it's not that his ideas aren't worthwhile. In many cases, obviously they are. We all have good ideas. It's just that I think very quickly and sort of had already examined that one in my thought process and wrote that one off because I see the connections between things, because I'm above it looking down at it. It's just the way I'm wired. So we both become frustrated. I become frustrated because he seems to pursue something that I know is not going to work. And he becomes frustrated and hurt because he thinks I may not be listening to the idea that he has. And it's frustrating. And if we don't understand our talents and the way they interact, we could have World War III at our doorstep, but we don't. And we don't because we understand our talents. He knows that I think very quickly and that I do disregard irrelevant information very quickly. I know that he's attuned to his emotions and he needs to get his ideas out there and at least have them honored. And so we work together on this. We would not have been able to do this were it not for our knowledge of our talents and the objective sort of view that we have of them, and know when their value is most potentially available to us so that we can work together more effectively. And we do as a result of that. And I can tell you, it has made a huge positive difference in our relationship.